I think I'll call the meeting to order. We begin by having the Pledge of Allegiance. I've asked Charles to lead us this evening.
Please rise. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Charles. We now move to the approval of minutes for council meeting on March 15th, 2016. Do I have a motion?
I'll move approval.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? No. Okay. Seeing none, we'll move on. We have a night where we will consider a joint resolution of the mayor and the municipal council of Murray City, Utah, to proclaim, recognize, and support April 2016 as Fair Housing Month. Tim Tingey will be presenting.
Anyway, we bring this forward to you each year. It's part of the processes that we go through in working with the county and also the state and the federal government related to fair housing and affirmatively furthering fair housing as we receive federal funds, particularly community development block grant funds. This is an important component of that and a requirement. It's also important for our community. It's to prevent discrimination in the housing area based on the protected classes that are established by the federal government. So very important for our community, and we recommend approval of this joint resolution.
Thank you, Tim. Any questions for Tim? Okay. Seeing none, we'll entertain a motion for approval.
I'll move that we approve a joint resolution of the mayor and the municipal council of Murray City, Utah, to proclaim, recognize, and support April 2016 as Fair Housing Month.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Jennifer?
Aye.
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 Aye. We're now at the portion of our agenda where we take citizen comments. These comments are limited to 3 minutes. So if we have anyone who would like to address the council at this time, please feel free to come forward. And just state your name and address so we can get it for the minutes. Okay?
My name is Darlene Morgan. I live at 228 East Vine Street in Murray. I am a citizen of Murray. I have lived in the home for 5 years. My husband has owned the home for over 20 years, and since we've been living there, we've had a sewer problem. The line coming from the house to the street is broken, and so it has been a problem, and what I've been doing is just getting it cleaned out 2 or 3 times a year for about $300, and because I've had a quote between $10,000 and $12,000 to remedy the problem. I came across Jerry Knight, who is the CEO of Sandy Suburban, and they have implemented a program that is working very well for them. I'm bringing it tonight to the council, and I would like him to tell us just a little bit about it. And I would ask the council that we give him 5 minutes.
I think I can accommodate 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
That's going to be hard. I planned on 2 after, so I'll talk slow.
Thank you, Jerry.
I appreciate the opportunity. Like Darlene said, I am the general manager at Sandy Suburban Improvement District. I've been with Sandy Suburban Improvement District for 30 years. What happened at Sandy is we are the wastewater district only, so we're separate from the city. We bill the residents directly. They pay us for their sewer bill, and I believe some of the residents in Murray might do that with Cottonwood Sewer District. That being said, we have an elected board. We have 3 board members, and when you run for a board to be on the sewer district, when you go knock on doors, people want to talk sewer. And so all they heard was Darlene's problem. So they came to me and said, we need to look at some way to solve this problem. I was a little leery that they weren't going to want to get in the lateral business. And of course, being on the maintenance side of things, coming up through the maintenance side of things, I knew that wasn't a good idea, because once you take over the laterals as a municipality, city, or special district, then you have a liability problem. When those laterals back up, you're responsible for the problems those backups cause. So we looked at other options, and obviously there are warranty programs out there, insurance programs. We implemented an insurance program. We did that 18 months ago. And what that insurance program does is we cover everybody in our boundaries. Every residential, single-family residential unit is covered. And so when they have a problem like Darlene has, they call us out. We'll go check the main line and make sure that that's not backing up or causing a problem. Once we know it's the private lateral, we file a claim with the insurance company. The insurance company immediately sends a router service out there, gets the line cleared, videotapes that line, and then it's assessed. If that line has any type of defaults, structural problems, it's repaired. If not, it might be put on some type of maintenance program, or maybe it was just a one-time event. That's repaired up to $15,000, no questions asked. We started this program 18 months ago. The first year we had 127 claims with over 80 repairs. This year in 6 months we've had 137 claims. So word's getting out to these people. The key to this program is that we covered everybody, which kept the costs down. Right now, at Sandy Suburban's price would be different than Murray's price, or different than somewhere in Iowa, New Orleans, all these places that I've talked to. Our price is $5 a month. That's $60 a year for a residential home. So you can see that over 30 years, they're going to pay into the program $1,800. The average repair to a homeowner is $10,000. If Darlene pays $300 every 6 months, and I think she does more than that, she has them out more than that. But if you have someone out every 6 months at $300, you're paying $600 a year. In 3 years, Darlene's already paid that $1,800, and her lateral's still not repaired. So this has been a very successful program. We work closely with the insurance company. There's a lot of options out there for you. There's warranty programs. I spent 3 years investigating all of this just so we would stay out of the lateral business. I was coming from the management side of, we don't want to get involved in this. But soon, as we developed this insurance program, we saw a real need for it. And so that's where we're at right now. It's been very successful. We think it's going to take off. I think you're going to see now in your I think you have a gentleman today coming in to talk about your, what is it, the MS, the plan, the wastewater plan. The legislator's now talking about that Murray City, Sandy Suburban, Cottonwood Sewer District is going to have to notify homeowners every year that they're responsible for their laterals. Laterals are becoming a big issue nationwide. And so we just decided we were going to get out in front of it. The key to it is if you do an opt-in program, those costs are going to be much higher. Insurance companies look at it and say that's like trying to sell insurance in the emergency room. The only people that are going to opt in are the people that are going to make a claim.
Okay. Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You bet.
Appreciate your and Darlene's bringing it to our attention.
Yep.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
Do we have any other citizens? Okay, Amy, I was just going to acknowledge you. We have Councilwoman Amy Winder here with us this evening. She's got some business, and I'd like her to come to the podium and take some time with the council. Thank you.
Well, thank you. It's always fun to come and visit my Murray friends. And I wanted to bring my new advisor with me tonight to introduce him. His name's Nick Dunn, and he is, as you know, we're part-time at the county, and I've got a full-time guy here who can help you with any questions that you may have, and he'll leave some cards for you so that you've
Sure.
got a way to get a
Just
hold
leave
of
him here
him.
with Jen, okay, Nick?
Perfect.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, and then just wanted to tell you we've got some good things going on at the county with criminal justice right now. We've been, I know that's a big concern for a lot of us as our jails are getting overcrowded, and as those are very expensive to build more of, we're looking at some alternative programs with mental health, substance abuse programs to be able to lower recidivism and do some things there. So we've had some interesting last few months reviewing that and figuring out some new plans.
Did you get the funding for law enforcement that you needed during the session?
We did, yeah.
Wow, that was great.
Yeah, and our homelessness issues, we got some funding from the legislature from that as well. So anyway, we're always here to help you. As you know, I'm a big proponent of cities and feel like government closest to the people governs best, and that's in your communities with you all here on the city council. So if there's ever anything we can do to help funnel that local control down to your level more from the county's perspective, feel free to reach out.
Does anybody have any questions for Amy? Any observations that she can take back to the council?
Just good to
Okay.
see you.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for
you.
coming to visit us every once in a while. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome, Nick.
All right. This brings us to the public hearing portion of our agenda. We will now take a moment for public hearing number 1. Staff and sponsor presentations and public comment prior to council action on the following matter. Consider a resolution approving the 2015 Municipal Wastewater Planning Program Report. Danny Astle.
All right, thank you for letting me take the time to present this. I'm sure, I'm assuming that you've had a chance to review the report, and unfortunately, in the collection system portion of that report, we did have to report, we did have a couple of overflows, and which we have been working with the state on a couple issues, but one of them, it was an overflow to the environment. It was very minor, but we did actually end up getting fined a small amount, and I've presented a resolution plan to the state for some money that needed to go over to that. It was an equipment failure, and talk about a catastrophic failure, we did it. So, and it was just a few months before the project began. We've just recently started the sewer line project on 500 West, and that the plan is to get rid of that lift station. And unfortunately, this happened about 6 months before we could get that taken out of service. So anyway, the report is really, really good. Justin has filled out the financial portion of that. If you have any questions with that, I'd love to take them, but Justin can answer those as well. But this is something that we are under permit now since last year to present this report to you for your consideration and acceptance, and then on to the state for to meet our permit requirements. So hopefully, if you have any questions, I'd be love to answer them. So,
Any questions for Danny?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dan.
I think come to the council now for a motion on this matter.
No, public hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, thank you, Blair. Well, do we have anybody in the audience that want to speak to this matter? Okay. All right. Then we'll come back to the council. If there's no discussion, we'll take a motion on the matter.
I would move adoption of the ordinance, the resolution approving the 2015 Municipal Wastewater Planning Program Report.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Jennifer?
Aye.
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 Aye. Okay, we're now going to have the mayor's report.
I only have one or two things for tonight. Many of you know of the efforts of our Murray Exchange Club. Last night we were able to be on the steps out here of our City Hall, where we had several dozen people there, along with a choir from Park Elementary School, that helped us bring the resolution into our city for Child Abuse Prevention Month of April 2016. I'd like to commend Jennifer Kennedy, or I do that every time. Sorry, Jennifer. Jennifer Brass for the work that she does, and Jennifer Kennedy too. She does a lot of work. But Jennifer Brass gave a really wonderful presentation last night about the effectiveness of this program. And today I've already received one call from somebody that called and asked what all the pinwheels and all the flyers are out there for, all the ribbons. So it really does raise awareness because people are inquisitive of what that's about, and it gives us an opportunity to tell them about child abuse and what the Exchange Club is doing. So I just wanted to acknowledge them on all of their efforts, and that was really a great presentation last night. And then about half a dozen of us or more, maybe about 8 or 10 of us, are going to the League of City and Towns tomorrow through Friday. And we always enjoy it down there because we learn a great deal about what our legislature is doing and what we can do to improve our cities. And we'll look forward to a report during our next city council meeting on that meeting itself. Thank you very much, and I'll take any questions.
Any questions for the mayor? Okay. Stand adjourned.